got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night that I am longing for. Let's fly down south to Austin or to Ecuador, just to drink pina colada on a hot, wet summer's day. Oh, lover, please, please stay.
Everybody, welcome to another Stir Crazy Cassette. I'm the divine Danny D.
And I am Elle Diabloe.
And this week we have an amazing show for you guys.
It's show number 8.
Show number 8.
It's gonna be great. Even if you turn up. Oh, shut up now.
No, that was why did you literally ended right at the rhyme.
Right at the rhyme. It wasn't the
Don't
time.
stop the rhyme. Oh, everybody is up. So we have people are showing up into the feeds. We're going on. Things are happening.
Hi, Maureen.
You look
Hi, Audrey.
beautiful today.
Well, thank you very much. I tried something new with my face.
You put it on the right way.
I put it on the right way. I tried to. It's if you know me from the burlesque community, you know that me and my face aren't always friends. So it's.
I'm friends with your face. You look absolutely beautiful, though.
Well, thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. And I love the little
little onesie.
Yeah, it's very Suzanne Summers in like goth Suzanne Summers from Three's Company.
You guys can't see, but there's little like elastic sweatpant bands at the bottom. It's cozy.
It's very cozy. It looks you look adorbs.
Thanks, man. I was in the mood to be cozy tonight. A little bit fancy, a little bit cozy.
A little fancy, a little cozy.
Like uniform style.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Sang Cassette. This is, like I said, this is our 8th episode. We are streaming all over the internet.
All over the internet.
Yes, you can catch us if you want to be part of the show. You want to get in on the chat. Please jump in right now. We are streaming on Facebook, on the Stir Crazy TV web YouTube. No, hang on. Let me finish the sentence. We are streaming on Facebook on the Stir Crazy page. We are streaming on Facebook on the Wiggle Room page.
Hello, Wiggle fam.
Hi, Wiggle fam. We are streaming on YouTube, on our YouTube page, Stir Crazy Show. We are streaming over on Twitch, on our Twitch channel.
You know, every time you say Twitch, I want to do this.
You know, here's a thing I think, I'm going to go out on a limb. You should actually go to Twitch one day and take a look and see what we're doing.
See what we're doing there?
We're on our Twitch channel, Twitch Stir Crazy Show. Twitch I love Twitch. It's phenomenal. Also, we are also streaming on Mixer. We started streaming on Mixer this week, all thanks to the good people at Restream. So we're all over the internet. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
It's so many places.
It's crazy.
We just started a little drink off a little bit early.
A little bit early. It seems to be the Thématique de la
Yes.
semaine of drinking early.
Felt like a little bit of bourbon to start the night. Without that, we're going to drink bourbon today.
We're not.
No.
I'm having a little warm-up glass of vino, just so I can get all loose in the whatever.
Yeah.
So when we started this 8 weeks ago, did you really think that 8 weeks?
Yes, I did actually.
We'd still be here?
I think we'd
still be here doing this because I love our audience and I love doing this with you. But I mean, like,
I think we'd still. Oh, definitely
still
thought
here.
we'd still be indoors.
Yeah.
But
Do you think we have another 8 weeks?
I don't want to depress anybody if I do think that.
mind.
But I think
We won't be here
I
either
think
way.
either way, whether everybody goes back to work or not, this show is not going anywhere. We're going to still do a live show.
Because the show must go on.
There still must be a live show, and we're going to be doing a lot more canned stuff coming up, especially for next week's episode.
Yes.
We're going to add some stuff that you need to prep for next week's cocktail
Yes.
recipe. So we're going to give you a whole instructional video on how to do that for next week.
Now, new and improved with homework.
Exactly. Shall we go over and see who's up on the thing? Let's head over now. Oh, hi, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me see. Who do we have up on here? We have, there's...
Your mom and my mom.
Yeah, the
Hi,
double
moms.
mums. Misty Portugal is, of course, here. She started drinking early as well.
You know what? Sometimes you just
Galadriel Caress.
just gotta.
Yeah, sometimes you do just have to. I'm just taking a quick gander of who we have. There's some people over on Mixer. There's some people over on...
See, it's so funny. I'm like a 5-year-old. The second my face disappears in the screen, I assume
You don't want to
people
watch?
can't- No, I assume people can't see me.
No,
It's like one of these.
we're
like,
good.
I always-
You're fine. You're totally fine.
No, I get it.
we
I'm
have
making
some-
fun of myself.
We have some people over here on YouTube as well. Hi, YouTube. And, of course, we have our lovely people watching right now.
And Ben Cardi Lee and Diane.
Everybody. Steve Rayner's here. Hey, buddy.
Really?
Good to see everybody.
Ryan.
I love, also I've just noticed that Facebook chat has started adding in closed captioning for us,
Oh, this is amusing.
which is, if you haven't followed Facebook chat's internal closed captioning, please do. It's brilliant. It makes no sense.
Oh, are you guys? We're having sync issues. Are we still having like sync issues? As in not issues?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're streaming, so there's always going to be a little bit of something. Hopefully, it won't be too bad.
Here, we'll pause and let it catch up.
That's not how that works. Ladies and gentlemen, let's... Jolie Lee is here, too. Oh, hello. And let's head back, shall we?
And Jenny.
And Jenny, wow. So many cool people. I thank you. There's a bunch of people who haven't seen in the chat so far. So welcome. Please get involved in the chat. And the more you feed us in, the less we have to come up with stuff.
But also, we like to know who's here.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's, talk amongst yourself. We are good, Debbie. Are you good?
Are you good? No, it's all good. Everything is all good. I know it is. Last week I was watching the stream from... Let's come back over here.
We'll go here.
I was watching the stream from last week, and I noticed that we were having some
mute problems.
some streaming issues. It kept... now, this is one thing that happened. For people who don't know what we're doing from a technical aspect, when we decided to do this, we went out and bought a few pieces of equipment. But one of the things we didn't buy was a camera. Mm-hmm. I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Its camera is incredible,
It is spectacular.
and that is what we're shooting with. So the main camera that you're seeing through right now is an iPhone. So
Gaga did her latest video.
her latest video. So it's a fantastic thing. And I use an app called OBS Camera to link to our OBS studio over here. And they work so beautifully together. However, last week they updated the software literally just before we went on the air. I didn't notice it till I turned that on, and suddenly there was all these settings that I hadn't checked. So I have checked them now. I'm hoping that they're good. I noticed a few issues, but I think we're good. Again, we've had people coming and being part of the show, just like we've had some donations sent to us.
Yes.
Last week we mentioned we had a whole new microphone system wireless lavalier microphone systems
Courtesy of Mommy D.
Of Mommy D. So thank you very much one more time. We also
have
came in the mail. We didn't know this was coming at all. And the beautiful Sylvie Couture
Merci, Sylvie and Roger.
sent us this fantastic mortar and pestle that
you've been tuning in, you know that I find it very meditative to be in the kitchen, but I am so excited to pound out some serious frustration.
I've already been doing that.
With this lovely heavy-duty mortar and pestle. So thank you very much, Sylvie and Roger.
So these people they picked up stuff from our wish list. If you want to check out our wish list, I'll put the link up one more time on our Facebook page. But we have an Amazon wish list. If you want to do things to get involved, we'll also put up a post if you want to send just random donations. Anything, we're also going to start a thing that if you want to add to the bar for us,
yes,
we will put your name on the bar. We're going to steal something from Steve the bartender. Steve the bartender did this, and we think it's fantastic. So if you want to donate to the bar and help build the bar up,
your name will go on the bottle,
and you'll be allowed to request a cocktail that we make for one of the shows. So.
And when this is all over, potentially be invited to have a drink from your bottle.
Exactly. So if you want to know how to... I lost it. I think I deleted the thing.
Oh, that's all right.
It'll be up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/StirCrazyTV. If you want any information on how to get involved. If you don't want to donate, that's totally fine. We're still going to keep doing the show. But thank you very much one more time for anybody who's put stuff and helped us out here.
Many thanks you.
We weren't expecting it, and it's been so helpful, and this has been so much fun.
And lovely and generous. And Sylvie, you can't be full of compliments and gifts all the time. Come on now. You make the rest of us look bad. So cheers.
There we are. So this week, we decided it was time to cook a couple of things that we wanted to cook because I love tacos.
As do I.
And you make some incredible shrimp tacos.
Well, thank you.
So we thought this week we would tempt everybody with a little bit of tacos.
Well, plus, let's be honest, and Dan's going to cringe. We didn't do Cinco de Mayo because, we're very white, although Cinco de Mayo...
Cinco de Mayo happens, technically happens.
Cinco de Mayo done with a lot of tacos is a very white thing to do. There's a lot of my Latin friends, and if you happen to be at home and of any kind of Latin descent, please feel free to school me hardcore. But yeah,
I just like tacos.
I love tacos. And again, we had Cinco de Mayo, and it happened to be last week. And then we were like, let's not do that. Let's do something else. So,
and when you
Taco de Mayo.
When you consider that the two most widely eaten foods, if you like single dishes, the two most widely eaten foods across the world are ramen and tacos. So we thought today we'll deal with tacos. Eventually we'll deal with ramen.
We will deal with.
I love ramen, but for now we're going to deal with some tacos. So you today are making what for us?
We are going to make some shrimp tacos with a cilantro lime coleslaw. Normally, unfortunately, we did put in the ingredients list to get some avocados. Not good today, so we're doing it.
Bad avocados.
Bad avocados. So
we'll do a whole cartoon next week about the bad avocados. Bad avocados.
Is there like a
bad avocados? Bad avocados. What you gonna do? Avocados. What you gonna do? Avocados when they come for you? Avocados.
Too many syllables. We'll write it for next week. It'll be better, I promise.
I thought I just wrote it.
They can't all be gems. You just got a little window into the creative process that happens in this house all the time.
Yep. Sometimes they're all gems.
Sometimes they're.
Yep. Just
sometimes
like now.
Misfits.
Just like now. And to go along,
cilantro lime slaw.
Cilantro lime slaw, which is delicious.
It is delicious. If you, I'm going to start a new thing this week because logic dictates that it would make sense. If you haven't done your mise en place, I'm going to give you a quick rundown before we get into doing anything of what I've already done. So if you want to play catch up, you can do that. If not, you want to sit and drink drinks, groovy. So far, I have shredded / chopped up, however you want to refer to it, some cabbage.
How much cabbage?
There is 2 to 3 cups of cabbage in here.
All right.
If you're flying solo tonight, you might want a cup of cabbage, But this keeps in the fridge for a couple of days, so you're good.
Also, for future reference, we're right now in the middle of shooting a bunch of stuff. One of the things we are shooting is actual for every recipe we've done so far, and there's been about, like I say, after 8 weeks, we have probably about 10 or 12 dishes, and the same for cocktails. So we are going to be shooting a video for all of them individually. So if you don't remember the recipes, stay tuned, come back.
Yeah, just going to finish the tour of the meats.
Yes, please go on. I just want to...
No worries. Over here, and I could fly cam this, but I'll just fly myself. No, I'll just fly myself over.
All right.
We have...
We're coming over. We're coming over. Boom.
I got half a cup of chopped up green onion, half a cup of cilantro leaves or coriander, depending which you prefer. You're also going to need 2 cloves of garlic, your food processor if you have one, a hand blender if you don't. If not, a lot of chopping. But I would really recommend you throw this, even if it's a mini chopper, you can do it in smaller batches because you want the blade. Blah blah blah. 2 cloves of garlic. This situation, 2 limes, which we're going to juice. So if you want to do that now, you can feel free. I'm going to do mine later. 1/4 cup of oil. Water we'll do later, and half a cup of sour cream. And wham bam. So that's that situation. So if you want to start doing your prep, if you haven't done it yet, now you've got an idea of how this is going to chop or prep out, or however you want to call it. So you can get started on that.
So we have that happening right now. Now, to go along with our shrimp tacos today, I wanted to find a sort of a modern classic drink to go with it. I love the shrimp tacos because they're light. The cilantro, the dill makes it very fresh. Lime and dill makes it... no dill. Oh, no dill. Sorry, cilantro, lime. That's right. Sorry. They make it very fresh. So I wanted to do a drink that had those elements to go with it, in a different way. So what we're making is the intro to Aperol. This is a drink that was created in the 90s by the head bartender, Diane Person. I can't remember her last name. Diane at the Pegu Club, which no longer exists in New York. A couple weeks ago, we did the actual Pegu Club martini or drink. So this is another drink that they invented at the Pegu Club called the Intro to Aperol. What I love about this drink is, especially for spring, it's beautiful, it's light, it's fresh. It's a gin and Aperol based drink with some bitters in it, and some sweet and some bitter and some fresh to all bring it out the whole way. So it's citrusy, it's sweet, it's bitter, it's everything. It's a beautiful drink. Once you have one of those, I know people love Aperol spritzes and things like that.
That's what I was going to say.
If you love the Aperol spritz, you're going to love this.
Most people, I think the traditional Aperol cocktail that everybody knows is the spritz. And it seems, I love cocktail trends. They always make me laugh when all of a sudden, when Sex and the City happened, all of a sudden everyone was drinking Cosmopolitans. And within the last year and a half, other than the whole IPA craft beer explosion, there's been this massive explosion in people drinking Aperol spritz all the time. So this is a nice way if you jumped on the bandwagon and you have a bottle of Aperol at home, but you're tired of just doing the spritz. This is a different way that you can use stuff that you might already have in your liquor locker.
It's fantastic. Like I say, if you do like the spritz, it's great. But Aperol is one of those really interesting, it's an aperitif. If you're not familiar with it, it's an aperitif. It's Italian. It's a little bitter, but it's bitter and sweet. Sort of very predominant.
I find it surprisingly bitter sometimes, because when you have it in a spritz, the prosecco or the spritz normally cuts the bitterness of it. Every once in a while, when you have it.
When you just drink it straight, and
which I don't think we'd recommend, but
no, I like it's one of those things, and it's funny. I love a nice little bitter. And Aperol is one of those. I find bartenders love bitter drinks, bitter shots. It's an interesting aspect of the palate. So if you go to any bartender to make their favorite shots, for some reason, a lot of bartenders make stuff with chartreuse. And Amaro and things like that.
It's different places on the palate.
Aperol is sort of that first step into it. It's the baby's first bitter. I think it's almost, I think
we need to invent a cocktail called Baby's First Bitter that will serve in a small baby bottle.
Exactly. And we'll serve it only 2 babies.
No.
Oh, well, you never let me get babies drunk at all.
No.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our show this week. Do you want to start them off on the shrimps?
I might just, we've got a little bit of a rub. We're not actually doing a rub. It's a spice mix.
Before we get into that,
Yes.
we also want to mention that this week is a great show because not only do we have all of this fun stuff we've been talking about.
Are we going to go through 5 minutes where I'm allowed to finish a sentence tonight or no?
No. No, I just want to finish before we. So I say I want to get you into that, but before we do that, I also remind people stick around because we also have Chef Duyan will be back. He has been away.
Well,
he
he's
came
now
back.
with his culinary
He came back. He once again thoroughly disappointed us. But this week we have full faith that he is going to take all of his culinary talents and be the very best that he can be.
I think you need to adjust your expectations.
I will never do that.
You will remain forever disappointed.
It is fair. I am totally cool with that life. Also, we once again have our beautiful, our wonderful, our sexy woman eating food for a minute.
For 1 minute.
For 1 full minute.
1 full minute.
Of
And it really is the 60 seconds you didn't know you needed.
You always. And if you ever miss any of the sexy girl eating food for 1 minute, everything's up on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe.
What is our YouTube channel?
Don't see. That's the only question you shouldn't ask me.
Ask you live?
You have to go to YouTube and look up Stir Crazy Show.
All right, go to YouTube and look up Stir Crazy Show. That's youtube.com.
As soon as we get 100 subscribers, go up and subscribe. I can give you a channel name that will include our Stir Crazy name.
Wait,
Until
so there's
we get
an
that,
incentive for
please
them to
go up and
to our
subscribe, and we will finally have a channel so we can give people a better address than U214. I don't know all the letters.
All right.
Also,
That.
last week we introduced for the first time another segment of the amazing music of Mr. Ben Cardi Lee. He is back. He sent us another one of his incredible videos.
I'm so excited.
So we have more music from Ben Cardi Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you my beautiful wife, and she will tell you how to get your shrimp started.
Oh, shrimp started.
Shrimp started, and in the
Shrimp is
meantime,
started.
I'm just going to go over here for a quick second.
Go over there. I have, hi guys. I'm just going to do a hairdo very quickly because I am painfully aware now that we've started going live how often I touch my hair. I like to at least give you a little bit of a room when we start, but then, hygiene, it's important for some. Yeah. So we have some shrimp here that have been defrosting in a strainer. I am going to remove the tails and grab sorry, I know, here's me from behind.
You still look great from behind, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's been a while. I don't know. The other day I really thought I had taken on the shape of couch. I am just going to remove the tails on these. You wanted to vein them. We were smart and we bought pre-peeled and deveined shrimp.
If we were smart, wouldn't we bought like right off the boat?
Okay, but pandemic, like it's the same way with the avocados. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get avocados to go with this meal type, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And because I'm a huge food snob, there was no way I was going to buy pre-made guacamole. So, you gotta pick your battles or decide how spoiled you
It's
really
true.
want to be.
It's fair. It's a very fair statement.
It is. Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Given our whole studio set up over there, might you walk to the other side and pass me some paper towels?
Oh, of course. Of course. Shauna's mic's not working.
My mic is, you know why? I think either my butt might have turned it off.
No, you're fine. You totally got good stuff.
Maybe it's getting buried in my.
I see you coming up. You're fine there.
Ample bosom.
I'm gonna turn you up. I'm turning you up a little bit.
Oh.
That's fine. You go back there. I will take a look at your levels, and I will bring you some paper towel.
That is perfect. It's probably because the sound is just getting swallowed.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
Up in my cleavage.
I see what's happening. You are not on.
It's a funny thing to be a lady.
Hang on. Hold up. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm just fixing my beautiful wife's.
Yeah, Yes, tell Joseph yes, that's what I just said. Boulanger.
I just want to see where you are. Oh, heavens. I just want to see what channel you're on because you are not coming through to the mixer. You are... Give me some levels.
Hi.
You're going there. You were on channel 2.
Joseph Boulanger. I was saying that I think the sound is being swallowed by my ample bosom, but perhaps I'm
there you are. Yeah,
overinflating the importance. Is that better?
Let me just see. Is
this good?
Yes, you're finally coming through. I hit your mute button, I think, when I put it on you. So you weren't really talking to anybody. This is our constant problem, is fighting our audio issues.
No, it's really that Dan just would prefer if I stayed mute the whole show.
It works. Somebody now finally said it works. Excellent.
All right, so I'm not sure at what point I cut out.
Oh, and thank you, Jerry Pop, for copying and pasting our YouTube channel into the chat in case anybody does want to subscribe. That was fantastic.
Jerry. You're a groovy dude. All right, so you were going to bring me some puppy.
Oh, paper. Wow, that's a silly
It's going well in here, guys. Cheers.
This would not be the Stir Crazy Show if we didn't have to figure out sound for the first 10 minutes of the show.
That's cool. You know what? We're live. We're trying new stuff. And if you want to be impatient with us, just have another drink and get over it.
If you're interested at all about how we're doing this, I know we're not always getting it right, but I think it was a fairly involved process. Mm-hmm. Let me know, and I can put up a whole video about how we're broadcasting, how we're transmitting this thing. So
we got some shrimps here. I took the tails off. I'm giving them a little pat dry.
Are these shrimps or prawn?
Oh, really? We're going to...
Yeah.
Do I look like David Attenborough to you?
I think we have to... These are technically prawns.
All right, so please, for me and our viewers at home,
what is the
difference between a shrimp and a prawn?
Well, first of all, I'm going to go with the standard shrimps are smaller.
But is there a
word shrimp?
Is there a specific point at which a shrimp becomes a prawn?
So can a small prawn be a shrimp?
You asked the question to me.
No,
I was just patting down shrimp
I don't think it's size. I think it's a species. Because if you're a baby prawn, you're still going to be shrimp size at one point, but it doesn't mean you're not a prawn.
Okay, but early in my life, I was convinced that prawn was just like the British English word, and shrimp was I'm all kerfuffled right now.
You're all kerfuffled?
I'm kerfuffled.
I'm so glad we got the audio back for this.
I'm verklempt. But I thought it was like the difference between saying courgette and zucchini, like shrimp and prawn.
No, not at all. Shrimp and a prawn.
You've just exposed me on live and after telling everyone that we're broadcasting all over the internet.
Well.
This is not a supportive partner thing to do.
Well, I'm not saying...
You should not ask me questions that I clearly don't know the answer to.
I was more of a debate. It wasn't asking to see if you knew the answer. It was more a discussion.
You wanted to fight about it, huh? Hi.
I wasn't going to fight about it.
I'm Elle Diabloe.
I want to put that in.
Don't you? All right, so into our patted down, tail off bowl of shrimp. We have all of our spices here. Could you pull up the ingredients?
Yes, sorry, I have not done that yet. So ladies and gentlemen, here's our first ingredients for the shrimp.
Coming soon to a screen near you. Here we go.
There we go.
So you guys see we got 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I put about a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
And that's that. We're going to shake that over here.
I'll bring that so you can see what they're doing over here. Let's head over to the fly cam.
My professional chef friends / my
maybe
cousin
not do that.
is probably not impressed by my flip. I have a weak wrist. Don't say a word.
I do not.
I asked you not to say a word. So we're just going to get those.
I just got my hands in there and just.
I was just going to give it a quick. I was trying to stay clean.
So how long would you want these to be?
We're just going to. Honestly, you could technically, if you really wanted to, throw them on right now. I wouldn't recommend that. You want them to sit for a bit, yeah. Like,
I put those in the fridge?
Put those in the fridge, please.
Should we cover them?
You could cover them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a little cling
I'm just
film.
going to get my hands washed.
Plastic wrap, cling film, depends if you're UK or...
But, Yeah, I mean, the longer this can sit, but it doesn't. It's there's no liquid in this.
No.
There's no oil in this. It's kind of like a
that's
dry
why
rub. I said
rub.
it's a dry rub, but we didn't rub. We tossed. If you have a grill pan, you can use a grill pan for these. If you want to do these on the barbecue, you can do them on the barbecue. We're going to do them in just a regular old skillet.
I like to do them on with a skewer to do them shish kebab style. That is really nice on the barbecue.
Like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's step one, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah.
This is a
Sorry, I'm
bad
getting a
move.
hit.
We have no room in
We
here.
have no room in the fridge.
Hang on, I'll make some room. I'll make some room. There we go. Look at that.
It's fine. Look at that. Tetris.
Perfect.
Yay.
Before we go, so we're letting those sit. So how long would you recommend on average?
Again, we're going to let them sit right now just because we're doing other things. If we were ready to go on the slaw, I reversed it. I want them to sit for a bit and get a little bit spicy. Also, if you want to jack up the cayenne in that, go for it. It's what your mouth wants. I am not in charge of your mouth. So if you want them spicier, put more cayenne pepper in there. We're going to let them sit for a bit, but it's not a situation of like, let this marinate overnight. I put them there so they could get spicier, but for all intents and purposes, if we wanted to fire up the skillet right now and do them right now, we could do that too.
Do that.
Yep. But I think we need a cocktail.
I think before we need a cocktail, I want to bring up, for people who haven't seen the promo for this week.
Oh, sure.
We last week we had probably our most production heavy promo. We did our John Hughes promo, which we tried to do a scene that was sort of a 16 Candles scene. We did this actual segment. We did our Breakfast Club ending.
No, the Ferris.
We had the Breakfast Club ending still, the ending of Breakfast Club.
Yep.
So we at 4 locations in our place. Was less involved than us shooting. We came up with this idea. We had watched, if anybody has watched a phenomenal, one of my favorite Jerry Lewis movies called The Bellboy. I love this movie. We watched it. It inspired what we did this week. And it seemed a really simple idea. This is the simplest.
It was the shortest script
we'd ever written. It was the simplest idea.
Yeah.
And it was the most crazy, involved, painful shooting that we've ever done.
Okay, I'm also going to add the addendum of, because a few of you who were watching spoke to me that night, we started filming at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
About 3 o'clock. Oh,
and we always like to have a cocktail while we're filming. It kind of gets us in the mood. Nice. And it's, we don't film at 9 in the morning. We film in the afternoon. So, we do our stuff in the morning, blah, 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 blah. What are we making for our shoot for the promo?
Yeah.
So we opened a bottle of Pink Whitney. Or, let's be honest, I'm going to try to share the blame with this, but it's completely dishonest if I do that. I opened a bottle of Pink Whitney. If you
I would never open a bottle of Pink Whitney.
If you are unfamiliar with the Pink Whitney, it is a pink lemonade vodka that I drink it sometimes with soda water, but you could drink that straight. It's dangerous.
It's
like if you froze it and put a stick in it, it could be a popsicle. So we had one each going, and then Dan realized that for reasons that you'll see in a minute, I don't need this. So I just kept tipping into my glass from his glass. This was about 3:30. I think I spoke to some friends at 6. I think I was passed out by 7:15. And Dan came out of the office at one stage and said, "Where did the bottle go?" And I literally picked it up and went, "Oh no!"
It was not only empty.
It wasn't empty. I left you. There's a shot left. I left it for you.
And I will still say that the best part of the whole evening for me was that I finished editing the video. I brought her, so come in and take a look at it. And she watched the video. She walked out of the room, came back. She walked out of the room. I followed her and I said, "Okay, I'm going to get that up on YouTube now." She goes, "But I want to see the video." I went, You just watched it. What? That happened 6 times.
It didn't happen 6 times.
Okay,
it happened like
5 times.
So yeah,
beautiful.
And then I proceeded to post a PSA on Instagram. If you follow me and my Instagram, So be careful with the Pink Whitney in the afternoon.
So ladies and gentlemen, here is the promo. Inspired by Jerry Lewis. It
Ta-da!
created a fantastic evening.
What you doing?
I am making tacos for the episode. Ah.
You're making tacos for the episode.
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
Oh, no. I'm making the tiniest tacos in the world.
Hi. I'm Mel. What the hell, man?
And I'm Divine Danny D. Taco?
No. Join us this Thursday, May 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch for the latest edition of the Stir Crazy Sanka Set.
We have tacos, and it's Mayo, so therefore we thought we'd celebrate with Taco de Mayo. That's a good one!
Can you stop doing that?
Sorry.
Join us. This week we'll be making shrimp tacos with a delicious cilantro lime slaw.
And to accompany a bright, refreshing intro to Aperol.
So join us. Cook with us. Drink with us.
Or just join in all the fun and socialize, but distantly.
Check the description below for your ingredients list and all the crazy details.
Or just visit facebook.com/StirCrazyTV/live, our YouTube channel, or twitch.tv/StirCrazyShow on Thursday, May 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and join in all the fun. I'm a little parched. I think I'm going to get something to drink. Taco. Taco. I just wanted to end. I literally just wanted to end that.
You wrote that whole promo just so you could say the word taco.
Taco at the end.
Yep.
You know why? Because it was because of the I am just a lime.
I am just a lime is so funny.
Are you ready for a cocktail? We should have brought this out before.
I am ready for a cocktail. We should have.
Let's bring this out.
We're letting the people down. What would you like?
Grab me the ice bucket if you can.
Oh, we have a bucket now?
We have a bucket of ice.
We are
now.
getting so fancy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this is the intro to Aperol.
Hold on one second.
Ooh, lovely. That's fantastic. There's a few different ways to serve this. I'm going to be serving a coupe. I like it in a coupe. I think it's lovely. It's also a shaken drink, so we're going to make sure we shake this up.
I get to do my dance.
You get to do your dance. This is, again, another very simple cocktail. In it, we're going to use some gin. Any gin will do. I love a citrusy gin myself. Bombay is not necessarily that, but this is a very junipery gin, so it also does work quite well. Aperol, very simple. Again, if you're not familiar with Aperol, give it a shot. One of the things, if you're not doing too with your bar, is taste your bar.
Yeah, of course.
Do a lot of tasting in your bar. You never know what's going to happen until you get it.
Says Drunky 1 and Drunky 2 over here. Just taste it. Taste all of it.
Sorry, thank you. Just like, we're going to also use some fresh lemon juice. I just squoze this.
You're so small.
Squeezed this before the show, and simple syrup. This is
stupidest of the
1-to-1 simple syrup. Very simple. If you haven't made simple syrup before, 1-to-1. So however much sugar, half a cup of sugar, or in weight, you can do it the same way. I did a half a cup of sugar to half a cup of water. Don't boil it off. Just get the sugar to dissolve. Use some heat.
In a pot. You do
in
it
a
in
pot.
a pot.
I do it in a pot. Let the sugar dissolve in the water. Once it has,
pull it off the heat.
Put it off. Let me finish my sentences. Do you want to interrupt me now? So once it has dissolved, I don't like this to boil. I like it to just dissolve. Once it has, take it off the heat. Let it cool down a little bit. Bottle it. It will store in the fridge for a couple of weeks. If you add about a 1/4 ounce of vodka, it will stay in the
forever.
Not forever, but I would say probably
a long time.
3 or 4 times longer. If, on the other hand, you want to do a 2-to-1 sugar, so twice the amount of sugar to whatever amount water, it will stay forever. All right. So we are going to make this intro to Aperol. So in our shaker, I'm just going to make a little bit of room here. There we go. In our shaker, we are going to start off with a I don't know why I went to that. We're going to start off with an ounce of gin. An ounce of gin, really simple. To that, we're going to add 2 ounces of the Aperol. Oh, and since I'm making 2, I should probably make sure I pour twice as much, which I hadn't done before with the gin.
Well,
Boop, boop, boop. Let's go back to the gin. There we go.
I'm going to be me for 1 second. You want to lift your shaker?
Nope.
Yep.
Gotta move. No, let me do what I'm doing. Okay. Stop it. Stop wiping down. Okay. Oh, do you want to bring up the ingredients?
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, so hit the ingredients.
That is ingredients.
See the bottom? Ingredients.
Recipes.
Recipes, sorry. And
No
now,
problem.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now, there
Cocktail.
you go.
Oh my God.
Why did it not work?
I pressed it. I got excited.
It got...
I thought I was doing good, guys.
Thought you were too, and I don't know why it's happening. Okay.
Hold on. Let me try again.
No, it's
That's not how that works.
not how that works. Okay, hit that. There you go.
There you go.
Sorry, into that. 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. We're gonna add, and how much of the simple syrup?
1/4 ounce of simple syrup.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
going to hide behind the ingredients of shame.
So 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Doing this, of course, twice. And 1/4 ounce. This is just some simple syrup, just to get a little bit more sweetness. Aperol is sweet, but it can be it's got quite bitter notes to it. So this is just going to bring that out a little bit. And finally, a dash of Angostura Bitters per drink. Once you have that, we're going to add some ice to this. So,
Whoop.
got it. Ah!
I almost fondled you.
I know. There we go. We're just going to take some ice in there. There we go. Get the ice. I also want to add a couple of just ice cubes to the cocktail glass. I want to get those glasses a little bit colder.
You know what? If you want, pass me the glasses. I will put a little sploosh of water, which will also help them get a
but I don't
little-
want to. Okay.
I understand. But when
And we're going to just shake this. You're not doing your tape dance, sir.
I know. I was trying to do too many things at once.
All right, there we are.
See, it
There we
depends
go.
how long you're chilling your glass.
Oh, there we go. There.
Oh, no.
There we go. We're going to take that out. Can you pass me the strainer?
Yes.
I like to double strain this. There we go.
In principle, I can pass you the strainer.
It's on the third, right there.
It is. There you go.
We're just going to...
Oop, Look at that beautiful
there.
color.
There we go. So that's that. Put that back in the freezer
I
for
can
me.
do that.
And finally, to garnish this off, we're going to take... I have still some of the blood oranges from a couple weeks ago, so we're just going to take just a nice little strip of the blood orange. I'm going to take one of those. I'm going to do another one.
It's funny, you love that peeler. It's amazing how we can become attached to our kitchen appliances. I prefer the one I use because I find the blade sharper. But if you want to use that, you go for it.
That's fine. Good. You want to take that out?
Yep, just...
So with this, because I'm just going to garnish this a little bit. So I'm just going to take a nice little piece here. We're just going to even off the sides.
Oh my God, are you making a pretty garnish?
And then we're just gonna get some of the oils over there and just
Oh, okay.
that all the way around. I'm just gonna let that float down there.
Very pretty. You're
Thank
so
you.
artistic tonight.
Oh, thank you. Same thing with this. Let the oils over that. Get that in there.
For our
and
friends,
just let that float in there. Perfect.
question.
Yes.
With regards to peeling versus using a knife and getting more pith from your citrus.
It depends what you're trying to do. I find if you're trying to get a strip, which is what I wanted, I like a peeler for that because you don't get much pith with that. If you're trying to do more of
so there's less
coin,
less oil.
yeah,
yes?
a coin. No, it's not going to be less oil. It's the oil is in here. What you're going to get with the pith is you're going to get some of that bitter note off of that. So if you don't want that bitter note, try and get rid of that. That's why I like the peeler for. But sometimes with a coin where you want more juice, the pith is going to be good for that. So there we are. Intro to Aperol. Give you that.
Just being a
Stop doing it. Stop doing that because I'm keeping that for later.
I know. I was just getting rid of the parts you weren't going to use.
There we are.
Chin.
Lovely.
Cheers to you. Happy week 8.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic.
I love that. That drink is so nice.
All right, we have questions for you guys later, but I have a question off the top of my head. What is your favorite cocktail? If some of you have been doing this with us since week 1. So far, of all of the cocktails we've made,
Which one do you like the most?
which one do you like the most?
Which one do you like the most?
I am very partial to this.
You like the intro?
I like the intro to Aperol. I loved your maple whiskey.
Oh, the maple whiskey sour.
The maple whiskey sour was delicious.
If you like the maple whiskey sour, you're going to like next week. Because we're going to take that concept and step it up an even greater amount. I love this drink. I think to me it's between this and honestly the gin basil smash.
That was also
that
delicious. We have a cocktail question over here from our friends.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby Rose loved the hurricane. See, and that was the one that made me like the most.
I think that hurricane was a delicious hurricane. If you like hurricanes, I think that recipe was great.
Somebody's asking.
Yep.
Why not do the rim before the liquid is in the glass?
I find because what you're doing with that is you're expressing oils off of that. You want to express the oils onto something. If you let it sit, or like what you just did, for instance, which we would keep ice and a little bit of water to keep the glass. If we did it at the beginning, we'd throw that away.
Yeah.
So, and it's nice. It's also part of the show.
It's also fresher, and it's
and later on we get into the coin. Next week when I start doing the burnt coins, we're going to add some burnt coins into this. You get that beautiful little show of the pop of the fire.
Yeah, it's part of the showmanship. Also, it's
and that's the fun about cocktails. Is it really is. It is part of the whole event. We are both. For those of you who don't know, we are both burlesque performers. We work a lot out of the Wiggle Room. In Montreal, and I love cocktails because I love how much it adds to the show, especially with burlesque. It fits so well with burlesque.
And it's funny, Dan and I were having this conversation the other day. I'm a wine guzzler, and I can normally, minus the Pink Whitney episode on Tuesday, I can normally control myself with my hard alcohol. So I tend towards wine all the time, especially because cocktails tend to be expensive. You know, you can get a bottle of wine in a bar for the most part.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm listening.
You know, versus a 1.5 cocktails, depending where you're drinking. But in doing this whole process, I've learned a lot, and I've developed an appreciation for it too, and the layering of flavors and where you can go with certain cocktails. And kind of the social aspect of it too, like you know, in terms of that last little bit of why are we rimming the glass at the end as opposed to the beginning? It's also, like we were saying, part of the showmanship of it. So there's a certain amount of pride, I think, that you can derive from making good food or making good quality cocktails that some people just obviously we can all crack a beer and that there's nothing wrong with that at all, or
no, by all
grill up
means.
some hot dogs or whatever. But there's a cool thing about getting in the kitchen and getting all sassy about it, you know, because you know that like you can make a cool thing. I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, no. I get what you're saying. I think it's
careful having my pack. And you're trying to mute me again.
I'm just trying to shove you over because look, you see how much we're over there. I'm going to move you over here a little bit. So
I'm always afraid I'm going to hide behind the flaccid.
But then don't do that. That's a very simple answer. You can literally see yourself, so you know you're not. No, I think cocktails are one of those great things where it's fun, and there's nothing. I'm not saying that you can't do the if you want to do the peel at the beginning and express the oils at the beginning. Do it and see what happens. One of the beautiful things about cocktails in the end run, though there is a huge number of bar ingredients that you can play with, there are only a few concepts. Really, a cocktail's a really simple thing. It's playing with a spirit. It's playing with some sweet, some bitter, some a few other things that you can really start to create your own ideas. So see what happens if you put it in before. That's what you get.
And again, if you've been tuning in since the beginning, thank you, first of all. But also you're going to hear me say some of the same things every week. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to have a cocktail that you're like, ooh, I'm never going to make that again. Especially if you taste your alcohols before and you kind of have a general idea of like, oh, rum tastes like this and scotch, this particular scotch tastes like this or whatever. So the worst thing that's going to happen if it goes wrong is you're just not going to make that thing again. You're not investing $1 million. You're not, your general reputation isn't on the line. If it goes wrong, you just don't do it again. So try. Yeah. It's great. And it's a cool palate expander.
Yeah. And I love this one because, again, this is this beautiful drink where your first thing I think you get hit with is a little bit of citrusy and sweet. But then, and then you hit that floral note of the juniper. And finally, that last bit, that tiny bitter end of the Aperol. And Aperol has got a bitter note, but it's not like a chartreuse or something that is really primarily a bitter.
But it's also, I find Aperol hits last. It's not, the bitter note of the Aperol is the last thing you taste. You get the orange of the Aperol long before you get the ooh. That little squirty feeling, you know what I mean, when that happens.
Yeah. So it's a gorgeous drink. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot. It's I love it. I think it's fantastic. What are we going to do here? What are we at? Let's check in with the gang over here. Let's see what everybody's having to say. What were some of our fun little comments we have in here?
Difficult, lemon, difficult indeed, Joseph Boulanger.
We got so many people living up here with some new messages. How taco?
How taco to you?
How taco to you?
Taco dirty to me. Just kidding. Don't taco dirty.
No taco.
Don't taco dirty to us.
Randy Williams finally knows what means. Lolita's here. How much do you pay that hooker next to you? Well, you can go away.
That's fucking gross.
Let's just block that. There we are. We're done with him.
A lot. He pays me a lot. Okay. Jeebus, people. Keep it, civilized.
It's or the not. Internet. It's the internet. Why would we keep saying civilized? Yeah. So, and finally, Baron. Sometimes it costs a lot if I buy a distillery for testing. Well, don't buy a distillery.
Don't buy the distillery before you taste the cocktail. Might be some business advice.
I mean, one of the things we're going to go into, I'll get into a little bit at some point in some of our other videos, is basic bar. What you can do with a very, very simple bar. Won't cost you a ton. And you can really make there's a lot of the ingredients you can make your own, your syrups and stuff like that. There's so much you can make for very, very cheap, and you can make very, very quickly.
But also, I think it depends to what you're drinking and why. You know what I mean? And again, this is not if you intend to have one bottle in your bar, but if there's certain vodka that I will not drink mixed, like Tito's. I drink my Tito's straight because I like the way it tastes on some rocks with some lime. It's perfect. It doesn't need interference.
In all fairness,
Hold on. Can I finish? I don't know that I'd use it for a cocktail. versus there's like a Russian standard that does work very well. It's a decent vodka. It works well for cocktails because you're mixing it,
But I also think, but that's the thing I think is that you have every booze has its thing. There might be some cocktails that are vodka cocktails that really are enhanced by the corn element of the Tito's.
No, I get that. But
so,
I guess what I'm saying is there's a good, better, best of everything. So if your budget only allows for a $20 bottle of vodka and not a $50 bottle of vodka, then do a little research and also understand that sometimes it's worth the splurge if you can afford it.
Yeah.
And,
But I also think that what I'm talking about budget, especially for your bar, it doesn't necessarily have to be even what quality of booze you're drinking. There's some very good entry level stuff. If you're doing, for instance, some whiskey, you really like whiskey cocktails. Spending a lot of money can actually work against you.
Yeah, but again, you want to drink that straight. You don't want to mix it necessarily.
No, but that's what I'm saying. There are some great stuff that you can do with some very high end whiskeys and stuff. But I find things like Johnny Walker Red can be really good for some mixed whiskey drinks.
It's like baking with marijuana. You're not necessarily going to use your top quality bud to make butter, right? So like I always recommend, if you're going to be drinking your alcohol straight, keep the expensive stuff for drinking neat or on the rocks or a rock, and use the sometimes a little bit less expensive stuff to do the mixing, because you're pulling out different flavors anyway. So blah, 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 yada, yada. 25 minutes later, let's watch a sexy lady eat food.
Well, I was going to say, we've been talking. Yeah, for sure. If you want to do that.
I would like to.
You would like to do that? Ladies and gentlemen, we have been...
oh my gosh, Shannon Patwell's here.
Hello, Shannon Patwell.
Shanoon.
We are, like I say, with this show, we've been trying to bring in all kinds of our friends. And one of our friends who've been doing the show, this is her 5th episode?
I believe it's her 5th episode.
5th episode.
She's done it backwards. She's done it forwards.
She's done it upside down.
She's done it upside down. Not yet, but there's
She
a
will.
challenge. Oh, we'll talk. There's a challenge for next week.
Well, we already have next week done. Next week
There's
is
a challenge for 2 weeks from now.
But, ladies and gentlemen, every week we like to bring you a sexy woman eating food for 1 minute.
Enjoy.
She had nacho cheese in her belly.
I know.
A little belly button.
Belly button.
A little belly button.
Belly button
How
of
about a
nacho cheese. That's
Nacho
nacho cheese.
Oh my golly. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Galadriel Caress.
Thank you, Galadriel Caress.
Our sexy woman who eats food for a minute.
Just one. 1 minute.
Yeah. So you're going to be doing what now? You're making some dressing?
It looks like I'm going to be juggling, but I'm not.
Don't juggle.
I won't. I'm actually keeping this guy for later.
Yeah.
I need this little guy over here. Yes, we are going to be doing some slaw. Some slaw, but we're going to do a dressing for the slaw that we're going to use on the slaw, but then we're going to reserve a little tiny bit of it as well to use as kind of like a sauce for our tacos.
Yeah. A dipping sauce.
Well, not a dipping, a dressing sauce.
Oh, a dressing sauce. Sorry.
A dressing sauce.
Well, you can drip.
And really, I put the jalapeno here because I want it for later, but there was so much green on this that it just kind of belonged there.
Yeah.
I felt like it needed to be
Pretty.
there.
It's very pretty.
It is pretty. So I've got my trusty food processor here. Again, if you don't have a food processor, dump all of these ingredients into a bowl and use a hand blender. If you don't have a hand blender, hey,
Chop it. Give you the knife.
just chop, but like chop and chop and chop and chop and chop and chop and chop, because you'll see what consistency we're going for once I get this going. But yeah, hand blender, food processor, or mini chop.
Yeah.
You know, if it doesn't,
Slap chop.
I don't know that I'd slap chop this, but I've never slap chopped a thing in my life.
Oh,
so
I have a slap chop somewhere. Somewhere we have a slap chop.
I don't know that we do.
It might be my storage.
It might not have survived your move in with me.
Might be my storage.
Into
the food processor.
Into the food
Into the
processor.
food processor. You do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring up while we're here.
I'm going to put. Hold on.
Can
Bring up the ingredients.
We're
going to do a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm also going to do a 1/4 cup of. See, it's weird. The ingredients thing. 1/4 cup of water. So that's 1/4 oil, 1/4 water. Booyah. 1/2 cup of chopped green onion. 1/2 cup of cilantro leaves, coriander. If you don't like coriander, this recipe, not really for you. I would
You do it parsley? Not going to get the same flavor, but
you're not going to get the same flavor. Yeah, you could probably do it with parsley. I mean, again, experiment with the flavors. If you hate coriander / cilantro and you're like, why? Then, I mean, by all means, who am I to tell you how to live your life? So you could probably try this with parsley. I don't know, given the whole flavor palette that we're going for, I wouldn't necessarily go with a basil because I think it would make it too sweet and too zag when you want to zig styles. For lack of, again, I need to become more academic in my culinary terminology. We got 2 cloves of garlic. Boom, in there. We have 2 limes. I am going to extol the virtue of the citrus press yet again today. This little thingy is awesome. I got this one, I think, at Williams-Sonoma. They are definitely available on Amazon. They might be available at Walmart. I mean,
Amazon, you can get this. This is just a squeeze.
I know, but for some people, they really don't want to be contributing to the thing that is Bezos right now. So you could probably get this. Not that you want to. If you don't want to buy from Amazon,
you can order from the Bay.
The Bay, yeah. You probably don't want to be supporting Walmart if you're not wanting to support Amazon. So that was really changing 4 quarters for $1 there. Sorry, guys.
It's fair.
But
cool. Well, that got you right.
And you know what? Sometimes you get a citrus shower.
Sometimes you need a citrus shower.
And as long as it doesn't go right in your eye and your boob doesn't fall out, you're fine. You know?
Well, last time I did it, my boob fell right out.
I know, I was there. Can I have a spoon?
A spoon, of course, my angel.
Donka. So into this, I think, do I need salt? I might need a little salt.
What kind of salt?
Some regular old
salt?
Regular old salt. This is,
how much would you like?
By the way, that was 1/2 cup of sour cream in there. I would like, if I may, to take you.
How much would you like?
Where? On a strange journey. How strange was it? Yeah. Salt to taste. All right, we're gonna get rid of this. I think I got everything I need. The ingredients are up there. I did vegetable. I did water, green onion. I did cilantro, cloves, salt, lime juice, sour cream.
Yeah, you got it all. Oops, I got that. That's right.
So this might make a little bit of noise. Pardon me. We're gonna pulse this. A song. Can I have a spatula, please?
A spatula.
A spatula. I'm going to keep this here just in case it's not all well done.
No, that's not it. Where?
There's a little one.
Oh, there it is. I found
even,
it. Got it. There you are.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. That looks pretty saucy.
It does look very saucy.
What I'm looking for right now is just to make sure that I don't have, you want to fly cam that?
Yeah, come in.
That I don't have huge chunks of garlic in here is pretty much what I'm looking for.
So you just stir it to show the consistency of that.
I will just stir that to show the consistency.
Yeah,
so it's a sauce. It's
a very wet, watery sauce.
It's a wet sauce.
It's a wet sauce.
It's a wet, watery sauce.
It's a wet, watery sauce. Just like Brad Pitt is.
Yeah. If you taste it and you're like, whoa, lime, or whoa, cilantro, then by all means, I'm actually going to put a tiny little bit more sour cream in this because I find it's those were big limes. And I find this. She said. And that is what I said. I find this, we have a big one. That's
we do have a big one? Sorry about that.
No worries. I find this a little bit when your face does that. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit more sour cream to this. If you're cooking for the kids, they might prefer it a little bit less So we're just going to get in there.
Yeah. Whoops.
We're going to have a dessert. No, I got this.
Oh, you did that? Okay.
Oh, yes. I had just added more sour cream, so I'm just going to pulse.
You got that?
Pulse. There we go.
Done.
So, what we're going to do with this is put that away.
Put that over there.
We're going to get rid of this guy.
We're going to get rid of that guy.
Get rid of that guy. And what I'm going to recommend to you guys,
come in with that.
Bowl of choux. And again, if you want to use your food processor to chop this up, you can do that too. You can do it by hand. You can do it by food processor. What I'm going to suggest is into the bowl of cabbage, take your spoon and literally just do it spoon by spoon until you're happy with how much sauce is on there. So if you like a saucy slaw, get all up in there. If you like a less saucy slaw, that's cool. Whatever is left over is going to be used for dressing your tacos. So it's not going to go to waste, first of all. So I wouldn't worry about that. And I'm just going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to put the rest of the sauce to the side so that when our shrimp are ready and we go to dress these, I lied. I'm just going to put a little bit more. You can always add. You cannot take away. So, yeah.
I'm going to come in there a little bit. Oh, sorry. I'm right on top of your head there.
You are.
Sorry.
But that's that. I don't know if you can hear the crunch. It's crunchy.
And I give a.
Of course.
I'm gonna. If I may, I got a fork. Yeah. Right.
It is bright. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of salt because the salt sometimes I'm always worried about over salting stuff. Always. Plus heart disease and stuff. But you can always. This is the benefit. This is why you have to taste your food. Because I'd rather add a little bit afterwards. So there is our cilantro lime slaw.
There we are.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Boop.
I'm going to leave it here just because we are out of room in the fridge.
Well, while you deal with this, we're going to move this out of the way.
I'm going to just chop a little bit of
Speaking of
jalapeno
food
as well.
And guests, we are one more time very, very proud to bring to you guys one of our regular guests, a culinary genius.
Indeed.
A champion of great food, elegant technique, a palate so refined that the Queen of England once said of it, "That's a damn refined palate."
She did.
She's not normally a swearer.
A swearer.
A swearer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to go to, golly, I hope he's ready. He can hear us.
Did we check with him?
Oh, he can hear us. He knows. He knows what he should be doing. He knows what he should be doing. Let's find out. Hey there. Yeah, he is good. He is right and ready to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from his resort high atop the Alps.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Chef Duyan.
Hey guys.
Hey, Chef Duyan.
How you doing? How you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, perfect. Yes, perfect.
Oh, I think we finally figured out how to get you working.
Excellent.
I mean,
excellent. I think I finally figured out how to cook.
Oh, well, that's what a weird coincidence.
This is good.
So, Chef Duyan, what do you have for us today? Is it a refined a boar dish, or perhaps something using the rare and purple truffle?
Yeah. Today we're doing Cinco de Jello.
Cinco de Jello.
Cinco de Jello.
Yes. 5 ingredient, 5 minute. First ingredient. Powder sugar.
Powdered sugar.
Second ingredient. Vanilla yogurt.
Vanilla yogurt.
Vanilla yogurt. Powdered sugar, vanilla yogurt.
Third ingredient. Whipped cream.
That's not whipped cream. That's Dream Whip.
That's Dream Whip.
Well, we can
Whatever.
split hairs.
I don't
later.
believe there's actually a cow that's touched it.
We could talk about that
Frozen
later.
raspberries. And of course, Jello. And I mean vanilla Jello.
Vanilla Jello. I notice you tend to stick to more the pudding realm and not any actual Jello.
Well, no, didn't we have Jello?
Yeah, we had Jello.
We've had Jello once.
No.
It's all been pudding.
You know,
I'll bring more.
we can.
I'm not criticizing.
It sounds like you
I'm
are.
not.
It does.
I'm just pointing out the things that I'm noticing. The people come to me week in, week out, and ask about it.
Where is our Jello? We've only had pudding.
We've only
These
had
are
pudding.
concerns from the people.
Jonas.
Jello pudding is. I would. Anyway,
Oh, there's some.
let's do the Cinco de Jello. First thing first. You're gonna take the vanilla yogurt. You're gonna put it in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh. There. All of it. Bowl. Then gonna take a bit of powdered sugar. Because that thing a bit more sugar.
Yep.
I'm gonna take 2 spoons of sugar. Add it to the yogurt. Once it's done, we're gonna take the whipped topping, or whatever Shauna called it.
No, you called it whipped cream. I called it whipped topping. That's all. There's a distinction to be made here.
And then I'm gonna add it all to the bowl.
The whole container?
The whole container. Because fuck it.
Fuck it. Why not? Well put.
And once you're eating gasoline, you might as eat twice as much.
Then we're gonna take the Jello vanilla powder. And then we're gonna add it to the bowl. Once it's all there, I'm gonna take the whisk and we're gonna beat it.
You're gonna beat it.
Just beat it.
Yep.
Cool.
Beat it hard.
Extremely good technique.
We're gonna beat it until we get
Fantastic, Chef
pretty
Duyan.
solid consistency. No more powder.
So you're looking to get rid of all of the powder, make it consistent.
Yes.
Just like
ideally.
Tony Montana.
So you whisk and you whisk and you whisk.
Are you looking to form stiff peaks, Chef Dewey?
Currently, I have stiff peaks in my pants.
I was talking to Chef Duyan. Wow. So for those who are cooking along, this is like a bit of a workout, yes?
Kind of a workout, yes.
But again, we love extra
Right now,
crazy
I'm having
food
a hard
that
time
you're
hearing
burning
you.
calories before you eat it.
Oh, girl Audrey, that put my sound down.
Because you have feedback.
But can you put it back up a bit so I can hear you?
Is that Chef Duyen's sous chef thing?
That's Chef Duyen's mystery assistant.
Exactly. So once it's done, we got a consistent
Okay.
kind of mix. We're gonna leave it at that. Then we're gonna add the frozen raspberries,
Okay.
if I must say.
Now, Chef Dewey, are you using frozen raspberries because they're your favorite, or because this recipe calls for it? Can people substitute fruit?
Fruit could be substitute. Frozen berries, frozen mango. It doesn't really matter. I'm deep to raspberries, so I choose to use that.
Well done.
So once it's in, we whisk again.
Oh, more whisking.
So much whisking this week.
More
I noticed that Chef Duyen is not an ambidextrous whisker.
Ambidextrous whisker?
I am
You are not an ambidextrous whisker. That's a lot to say.
That is a lot to say.
That should be our new gauge for how many cocktails we've had. You're shaking while Chef Duyen is talking.
I know. Oh, I'm well aware.
That's fine. So you're gonna whisk till you get some sort of a pinkish color.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep whisking it. Then you put it in the fridge for about 5 to 10
5
minutes.
to 10 minutes in the fridge.
And then we'll be back and see what the result is.
Excellent.
There we are.
Chef Duyen, thank you again for your expertise and your contribution.
Yes. Chef Duyen, we wait with bated breath to see what comes out of your box.
Give me one moment, please.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, while we're sitting around waiting, I just thought I would put together a quick little cocktail for us.
I'm just rescuing our jalapenos.
Jalapenos? That was my favorite song by...
No, I was trying to get them out of the Aperol.
Jalapeno.
Leave me alone.
Jalapeno. Jalapeno.
You're scaring me a little.
Jalapeno. I'm sorry. Just, okay. Well, there we are.
Thank you.
There, I thought I'd top those up for us.
Very kind of you.
That would be very nice of you.
You're a generous
I
husband.
do what I can. I do what I can. There you are, my
Chin-chin.
angel.
Thank you.
Boop.
Boop.
All right.
Boop. Cheers.
Once
If you
again, to
don't
Chef
speak-
Duyen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef Duyen.
We understood there was a little bit of a feedback loop. We are still trying to figure this one out.
So, we're bringing Chef Duyen in through Skype or Zoom now?
Skype now.
Skype now.
We're
So
going
we're
through
trying.
Skype.
We're trying to fix
We
it.
tried a
Every
few
week
different
we
things.
try a few.
It was closer.
It was
much
better.
closer.
It was better. We're getting there.
So, and stiff peaks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue on this adventure with our shrimp. So we now have our coleslaw is done.
Mm-hmm.
Our shrimp is currently marinating.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to be doing next?
Normally, sorry, pardon my butt, but I hear it's one of my best features. Yes, hello. So normally what I would do right now is smash up some avocado. So if you have fresh avocado that you want to use, I would just smoosh it a little bit.
You don't have any fresh.
We don't have any. So normally that's what, well, they were not ready.
They were
at the
bad.
grocery store today.
They were bad avocados.
They were either like...
They were bad avocados.
They were bad avocados. They were either like way too ripe, like stick your fingers through them, or like maybe next week. So we didn't do it.
No.
And again, you can choose to be snooty about whatever you want. I'm snooty about store-bought guacamole, so I just didn't do it. But if you like it, again, I am not the boss of you. I am just here to spit my Diabloe stuff at you. And if it lands, great. And if not, you do you, boo. I'm not here to judge you.
You do you, boo.
I'm not here to judge you.
That's a lot of ooh words.
I write really good poems.
That you do. You, boo.
Yeah.
All right. So our next step with all this process is we're going to do what?
We are going to actually just saute some shrimp.
We're going to
when we're ready. Like literally, that's all we have left to do.
We haven't asked a single question.
We have not asked one.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's ask one question.
Just one.
We have a couple of questions, but Since this is our taco episode, what's your favorite kind of taco? We're doing shrimp tacos, which I love. I also really, really love any pork taco that has been slow roasted for a long time.
Yeah, is El Pastor pork or is that
El
beef?
Pastor?
Yeah.
I believe it's the pasture.
No.
No, I believe El Pastor. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Misty, for completely explaining the difference between shrimps and prawns
Shrimps and
before.
prawns.
If anybody missed
What's
that, it's in the comments.
Yeah.
Danka?
But I'm a West Coast kid, so to me, the best kind of taco you can get is a great white fish taco. I love fish tacos. I am from Vancouver, where there are some of the best seafood in the world. I will put our seafood up against anybody's, and there are so many good seafood tacos that you can get on Vancouver that, so good. So good.
I think it's so funny too, and the only reason I brought up the fact, like in case you couldn't tell that we were super white, is there's a very big difference between like proper tacos and Old El Paso crunchy tacos, right? And like so growing up, like I really thought a taco had a crunchy shell and some, it had to have cheese. So the first time I ever went to like a proper, taco place,
yeah.
and I was like, what do you mean you're not melting Kraft American cheese on top or whatever? It wasn't really Kraft cheese. I know. So I actually zagged. Like I used to be all about the meat with melted cheese taco, which doesn't exist.
Suburban taco
night. But I'm also a fish taco person. I think like a really deliciously lightly breaded piece of fried, either like mahi-mahi or something like that, with some super like
cod.
bright
I really like cod.
Yep. With like some good like purple cabbage slaw on it and some like really
What about you guys? What is your favorite kind of taco? What's your favorite kind of tacos? Let's come over here. Wow, there's a
God,
there's a
Morgan,
novel.
you have
There's
to
a
stop.
novel.
Morgan, you have to stop. Like don't stop.
Gonna quickly let's check out what the hell's going on over here.
There's a lot of inside jokery going on right now.
There is. So what do we have here? We have fish tacos. We got fish tacos from my mom. We've got tacos El Pastor from Gab. El Puerco. Pork and pineapple.
Pork and pineapple.
I think this is like back and forth of general P words.
Oh, well, pork and pineapple. And Porco, yes. Yeah. Don't read this. This is
What is happening there?
This is a whole other story that perhaps we'll get to, or perhaps we won't. It is 6:22. Maybe this will wait.
We will see what happens. We have more show to go.
It might wait for another day, though.
It might wait. But
I'm not sure how to.
Tell us what your favorite kind of taco is. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
My favorite taco.
Taco.
80s music reference. Deep dive.
Yeah. It's actually a 20s music.
No, what if it was Taco doing it?
But Taco doing it, yes. I get that. Do you need this in the way? Or?
I do not need that in the way.
All right.
Clearly, you answered your own question.
No. I'm gonna. What do you need from me?
Should we saute here? You want to do that here?
Yep.
Cool. We can do this.
While we're doing this, why don't we?
I know what we should do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have so many good guests this week. We've had our sexy woman. We have had
our sexy chef.
We have a friend of ours who's a brilliant musician, a genius comedian, and he's been making amazing music videos.
I'm going to do what I do when I host Burlesque Live, which is interrupt technically myself, but Dan in this case.
No,
I knew he was a funny comedian when I saw him. I've had the pleasure of seeing him live a few times, but I had no idea that he was this amazing musician who like gifted styles,
Yeah.
So what a pleasant.
Yeah, we had him on for the first time last week with.
What a pleasant. What a pleasant you are, Ben.
Well, the way you sort of ended that, I think it's funnier if we just moved on from the word pleasant.
What a pleasant you are.
But last week we brought him for the first time onto our show with his video Robot Friends.
If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have another one of his videos this week. This is Ben Cardi Lee, and a song written by him and Dion Owen.
Nice.
Who I love, Dion Owen. And ladies and gentlemen,
give it up.
Give it up for Ben
In
Cardi
your
Lee.
house. Big time. They can
It's
hear
our
you.
music portion.
They can hear you. Clap for them.
Eating for the sake of eating. Eating cause I have a big hole inside. I try to fill it up by feeding. But no tikka masala's gonna change her mind. Yet I feel a little less alone when I'm chewing on a chicken bone. And I admit that I'm just eating for the sake of eating. I tell you why. I got no job, no girl, no money. Just a cupboard full of Nutella and honey. No slick ride, no stock portfolios. Just Snickers, Three Musketeers, and Rolo. I ain't going nowhere fast. Just gonna sit here on my growing ass. And I admit that I'm just eating for the sake of eating. I'm dead inside. Open up the fridge each morning. There's so many options that I might go blind. Sushi I didn't finish last night. Turkey and some foil and some cherry pie. I never have to leave my home. Got Foodora on my telephone. And now you know that I'm just eating for the sake of food and doing suicide. Woke up in a cloud of Cheeto dust. I thought the orange light was the pearly gates, but I was sitting in my room and so I have to wait. I just hope the next turducken's gonna seal my fate. But I ain't dead just yet. Maybe they'll put me down at the vet, cause I'm an animal eating for the sake of leaving this world behind. Everybody eating, eating, eating for the sake of eating. Eating, eating, eating for the sake of eating. Eating, we're eating, eating for the sake of eating. Yeah, we're eating for the sake of eating. We're all eating for the sake of eating.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you, Ben Cardi Lee.
Ben Cardi Lee, eating for the sake of eating, and an
Cheers to
amazing
you.
song. He has got a brand new album he has got coming out that I referenced on there on the video. We have he's got a brand new album coming out with all of these songs that he's been recording. We're gonna
And you could do one of two things. You could stay tuned because we intend to have Ben back, or you could, throw him some love on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So everything was sort of mentioned there
Plus,
in the video.
As someone who's watched his stuff multiple times, it doesn't get old. It really doesn't. If anything,
He's so good.
it
He's so
earworms.
funny.
Like all my friends are robot friends now.
Look, I'm just going to quickly jump over here. We're going to set over the chat for 1 second.
Oh, Ryan's favorite tacos are two tacos? You don't care as long as there's
tacos
two?
are 2 tacos. I love that. That's hilarious.
As long as there's 2 tacos.
2 tacos is good. That's a lot of eating, especially if I had to do these scenes many times for getting the perfect takes. Yes, Baron.
And nice song.
And
It
a
is
nice
true.
song. I love the fact that you came in with a compliment at the end. It's adorable.
You know what? The internet is not nice enough. I've noticed in a couple of weeks of doing this, which is probably why I refused to do this for so long, because the internet is full of assholes. But you guys are lovely, and we really appreciate that. So thanks for being
I don't mind assholes. They're my people.
I can be a bit of an asshole myself. Who are we kidding? Especially because most of our audience knows me. But yes, you're still singing along. Of course, you're still singing along in your head. They're catchy tunes. Like, I swear to God, I wandered around for 3 days last week going, all my friends are robot friends.
Shall we make some tacos?
Banana and Cheeto.
Oh, sorry, a banana and Cheeto taco. Or is that his sidekick?
I think it was him referencing the video.
Oh, there we are.
But you know what?
Banana and Cheeto was good.
But maybe it's his balls. Joseph, only you can answer that question.
Forest fires.
Fires with banana and Cheeto.
So we are going to make some shrimp.
Some shrimps. I'm going to let you. I'm still afraid of. I swear to you, if you haven't noticed anything, if you didn't know me before, I'm afraid of everything these days as I get older. So I'm going to let you start this, and I'm going to observe.
All right.
Because it keeps heating up so fast while I was moving over here.
All right.
I'm going to pass you the shrimp.
So,
Just it gets really hot, and
Yeah, it
I'm
gets really
very
hot. Well,
oh, sorry.
You are very exposed. Stop hitting your microphone.
I'm very exposed, so I don't want to.
We're going to bring that.
I already look burnt,
let's go up to...
Like, why do I look like I have a sunburn?
well, just...
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's not like I've been outside.
Yeah, there we go. So we're going to let that heat up. We're going to bring in some shrimps.
I'm just going to give our slaw just a stir so that it doesn't all settle at the bottom.
So, oh, that's nice. That smells so good.
Spicy, yeah?
Smells a little spicy. It's so good. Yeah, if you have one of these induction cookers, they're lovely. I like them a lot. They heat up very fast, but I find that they got a little bit smaller of a. It really stays hot here.
Concentrated in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, but let me ask you this question. Yeah. If we weren't filming, so we bought this because, we want to be able to show you guys different angles, and always flipping back to the stove is a bit of a pain in the ass. Do people who don't film cooking shows use these?
This is great. This is
because I've only ever seen these in people doing YouTube
now that we got
videos.
This heating up, I'm just going to put a little oil on here. We're going to put just, probably about
just
a tablespoon of oil. Don't need a ton. Look at that mixed around there.
I guess if you need extra burners.
If you need extra, and again, one of the things that's nice is we don't have a giant kitchen. This is our actual kitchen. We didn't go out and make a set. This is our actual kitchen. What's nice about something like this is, like, say you're making a big dinner. You want to do some stuff. We have somebody sauteing over on the other side. All right, you ready? We're going to start cooking a little bit here.
All right, let's cook these up. These probably need at about a medium high, not full medium high, medium high-ish. Heat about 5 to 8 minutes.
And about 2 to 3 shrimp per...
Listen, we just watched a video called Eating for the Sake of Eating. If you want to make a taco with 25 shrimp in it, please take a picture and send it to us.
Yes,
but,
taco shrimp.
But...
This is the taco shrimp challenge.
But again, we're also in pandemic quarantine time, so if you don't want to waste all your shrimp in one taco, we get that. I am hesitant to open the door because if you live in the West Island, you know this. This afternoon, people were doing concerts outside in the street for old folks' homes. There was a lot of music happening outside our place today. It was actually quite nice.
Yeah, really.
I loved it. I loved it.
Some good, some Frank Sinatra and stuff inside there. This is pretty simple, though. Again, you don't want more. There's a shrimp, so if you're doing more than but shrimp or prawns actually. If this is on the heat for more than about 2 minutes per side, you're doing.
Trust me, it's a 5 to 8 cook on this. So maybe we should turn the heat down a tiny bit because we don't want them to petrify. We want them to.
I'll let you watch that then.
I'm going to watch that then.
You watch that. I'm going to.
Oh, you're going to go sneak away?
Yep.
But you know what I would maybe do once you're over there checking levels? Or
yeah, I'm going to go open that up a little bit.
Maybe open that door. So, again, I'm waiting for the episode of Crazy where the firemen show up. I'm hoping I'm wearing a cuter outfit than today. But
I will never be wearing a cuter outfit than I am right now.
You will. I disagree. I've seen you in cuter outfits. I saw you in a lime costume. I mean, come on.
I am just a lime. You
are just a lime. So, yeah. Also, yes, Baron, it's possible that this is actually quite good for students in a dorm room minus all of the smoke. So
yeah, it's a hot plate. Yeah.
It's like a gourmet hot plate. I haven't been timing this.
Oh, we're good.
So, hold on. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sail over here super quick.
Oh, these are nice.
Grab a knife and a fork.
I like these. These are perfect.
Toss one down on the plate?
These are perfect. These are absolutely perfect.
Let's just give it a quick. No, they're not. You see, they're still not.
Yeah, but they're going to cook a little bit in the heat.
Dan, keep cooking them. They're raw on the inside. Thank you.
Well, this is where you and I will always disagree on our shrimp.
Which is fine. I just need it. No, I don't need it super cooked. I just want it cooked through. And right now they're not cooked through.
But one of the things I always find, especially with
Sorry, sticking my hand right in here. Nope.
is it's going to.
See, now that guy's looking a little bit better. Still pretty raw.
Maybe the one I have to turn down.
Because we don't want to kill them on the outside. Like we don't want them super burnt on the outside and not cooked through. So that's the only reason I asked you to turn them down.
All right.
Also, you guys are going to think I'm absolutely mental. And if you don't have your fan going, don't do this. If you have a beer at home and you want to deglaze this pan, take a tiny little bit of beer and deglaze because we've got some stuff happening, right? And again, I find this. You're using sake? Mm-hmm. All right, we're using sake because it's what we have. We also have wine. Maybe use wine.
Maybe wine. Yeah, we have wine.
But yeah, this is gonna super duper smoke the second you add any kind of liquid to it. So just step back unless you want like a shrimp facial. If you do want a shrimp facial, no judgment from me whatsoever.
There we go.
Come on. There you go. Our neighbors love us, by the way. Absolutely love us.
I don't think they know who we are at all. There we are. I think these are good. These are good.
Those are good, yep.
There we go.
So take those off. I mean, I think that's good for us for now, unless you want to make another batch. We can do those later.
I think we're good for now.
I'm just gonna take that. I'll stick it on the stove back here. And there we go, my friends.
So now we are going to assemble some taco.
We'll assemble some taco. Hold on, let me get you a plate.
Your Diane Arvey is with me. No more than 4 minutes for shrimp.
All right. Well, okay. You do you. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be bossy. But when we cut it open, it was fully raw in the middle. One
of the things that's important.
If you're down with that, go for it. If you want your shrimp cooked, go.
But one of the things I find too with shrimp though is that you want to take it out a little bit before it's done because residual heat, especially sitting in a taco, the residual heat will cook it the rest of the way through.
I think you just made that up.
No, not at all.
I literally think if you say that the residual heat in the taco is going to cook it.
No, but I mean, as it sits.
I think as it sits here and rests.
But that's what I'm saying. Sitting together with the elements, it's going to cook. All right. I'll let you make a taco.
Oh my goodness, it's a song. Here, we'll just grab a little. You want to share a plate?
Sure, we can do that.
Share a little plate. So we got a plate. I am waiting for someone to push back on the fact.
You wouldn't have said anything.
I know, but I have to address it. It's called putting a lampshade on it. We did not make our own tortillas this week, guys. I know it was one of our early recipes, and we could have done that. We didn't do it. But if you're looking to make this entire recipe mostly from scratch, you could go back to week one.
Week one.
We did homemade flour tortillas. So you can make the whole thing.
Take the tortillas from week one. Use those. Mm-hmm. We didn't. We bought some tortillas.
So here's what we're going to do. Could you do me a favor? I'm going to fold this in half. Mm-hmm. A little bit. Give it a little fold ski. Mm-hmm. I am going to put some shrimps. How many shrimp would you like, Daniel?
Give me 3.
3 shrimp in there. 2. 3. If you have smooshed avocado or guacamole,
do you want anything else in there?
Yeah, well, I want our...
slaw is right there.
Slaw is there. Trust me, guys, when you come over to my house, I don't lick my fingers and put them back in the food. We're married. It's fine. He loves it. I have a little bit of jalapeno. Would you like some or no?
Just one.
Like just...
Yeah, I'm not a big jalapeno.
Here, I'm going to just put 2. Because, there, 1, 2.
Jalapeno.
God, What is happening tonight?
Jalapeno.
It's all gone titties up.
Jalapeno. Jalapeno.
We got some slaw over
Some
there.
slaw over there.
Where's your
I'll have a little
tongs?
bit, tongs right here.
Over there? Cool.
I'll have a little bit of slaw in there.
Just gonna give it a rinse. Little rinse.
While we're doing all of this, we also have another question. We know a lot of people come here from Montreal, but there's a few people from Vancouver, there's people from all over. So we thought we'd ask one more question. What restaurant has the best taco in your city? Ooh. So if you are, especially if you're in Montreal, I like El Matraca myself. I'm a big El Matraca fan. I think they have great tacos. It's in the Plateau.
It's on Park Avenue. Saint Denis.
Saint Denis. So that's my favorite taco in this city. What about you?
I love La Matraca. I'm also a Grumman fan. Shout out to Hillary. And also El Rey del Taco, the Taco King.
Taco King is. I like Taco King for other things, but I don't.
You don't love their tacos as much?
I just like La Matraca's better.
La Matraca is, and listen, anywhere I can go and get queso fundido, like melted cheese in a skillet, forget it. But here, there's some sauce too.
Oh, there's sauce. Oh,
we have a little bit of sauce.
Hold on. Yeah.
I just need a little spoonie.
Oh, spoonie. What do people say? Here we have Slim Whitman's. Sorry. Thank you very much. El Camino in Ottawa, Grumman 97 and San Henry, Taco Fino in Vancouver. So those are some good places. Keep naming out especially if you're not. For instance, I have been to Grumman 7. Is it Grumman 97? Is Grumman
78.
78? What's Grumman 97? Is that a?
No, it was 78. Could be 97.
She's got. Kat,
could be 97.
Could
be 97.
Guess at the number.
No, it could. Kat might be 100% right.
All right. And
I'm just being.
Capital Tacos from Elle.
Oh, is that the one in Chinatown?
Oh, is that the one? Oh, cool.
Pardon us for one moment while
We're just gonna have some taco.
Indulge.
Oh yeah. Oh, that slaw is bright, light. But the shrimp, which I like about the shrimp in this, is that thank you. I love that the seasoning for the shrimp almost should be for something like a more richer meat, but on the shrimp it really brings out some darker, more warm notes of the shrimp.
In all fairness, I didn't. Honesty moments, because you know me, I'm nothing if not honest. I didn't really make the rub in proportion to the amount of shrimp we had. I made an assumption about how many shrimp we had, and I made the rub. Mm-hmm. So these might be like more heavily spiced than they should be, but I'm down. Like these taste good.
These are perfect for me. I like this. The thing about taco, with all the other things we've had, bit of a bite, walk away.
No, El Camino in Ottawa. El Camino in Ottawa seems to be.
But a taco you can't not finish. You have to finish a taco. Oh.
I'm gonna.
Got away from me.
Yeah, that did. It's alive. I'm gonna. Not all Mexican restaurants are taquerias, but my other favorite. I don't know how many. Is Mom? Mom says, "Help me out, Joe." She was there with Joe. That's what I was just going to talk about, Mom. El Catrin, I think it's called, in the Distillery District in Toronto. Yeah. Makes some fine
with
food.
Some good tacos.
And some great...
I'm going to bring some taco.
The other thing I really want to make for you guys soon is street corn salad, like Mexican street corn salad. It's so good. It's so easy. You know what we forgot? I forgot one thing.
Oh, did you? Well, now that I've finished?
No, we have more. Norm, I completely forgot. I can't believe.
Well, I'm gonna.
Make another one. We have more shrimp.
Let me make another one.
This is a little bowl of crumbled feta. If you are lucky to live close to the Jean Talon Market or anywhere where they sell Mexican products, go for proper queso. But feta will do in a pinch. And I cannot believe, for such a cheese fanatic, that I completely forgot.
So what cheese would you use for your...
I always make a mistake pronouncing this cheese.
Cotija?
It is cotija.
No.
I always reverse the T and the J, and so I never want to say it publicly because I make a mockery of my own self. But
Okay.
it's all right. But yeah, a bit of like a salty cheese, like a white salty cheese. The feta will work great.
Something young?
Something young?
No, for seriously, something a younger cheese is nice.
I don't get all snobby about the young cheese, old cheese, whatever. It's feta. It came from the grocery store. It was delicious. You can use that. Again, if you have access to the St. Lawrence Market, or I don't even know if it's open right now. God, I hope for you guys it is. But yeah, go to any place where they sell Mexican produce and just get proper queso. But if not, this works really well.
In Montreal, there's also that really great place on... in
Saint-Hubert.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, right by Scream and by Arabesque Burlesque. Sasa, El Sabor, El, something like that. Yep. Yeah.
So a Latin
grocery store with a
grocery
takeout
store.
counter.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Julian.
I know we're going to go back to the beautiful Chef Julian. Hopefully, he is sitting there. When last we talked to him...
As opposed to what?
I don't know. He was making Sanco de Jello, which is Jello with 5 different ingredients.
Welcome, Ma.
Chef Julian, hopefully... Hey! How are you, Chef Julian?
Pretty good yourself.
Great. So show us what you came up with there, what you got out of
Oh
this.
my goodness.
How about
That's
that?
beautiful.
I will say, Chef Duyan,
My disappointment done now?
that is the nicest presentation you have done for us in 8 weeks, Chef Duyan. Thank you. That is beautiful.
It tastes amazing also, better.
So 5 simple ingredients. Technically 5 minutes of prep time and a beautiful dessert.
It works.
I'm very impressed.
And you look good doing it.
You look a bit kitchen gangster, which I'm digging. I'm digging that.
Times are tough.
Chef Dewey, question for you. If people wanted to add an alcohol element to this, do you think they could mix some like alcohol into their Dream Whip and then...
Or to their Jello.
Or into their Jello to make this slightly more adult friendly?
Probably not in the Jello pudding, but I could definitely put vodka in the whipped cream while mixing everything together. Yeah, I think that would work.
Wow.
I was thinking more like Frangelico or whatever, but...
That's cool. Well, Chef,
This is tough. Hard alcohol.
Oh, please continue.
What I would really like you to do is make a Jello bra of your 2 delicious Jello cups to show us how delicious your Jello is, but maybe I've overindulged on the Aperol.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe I just really want you to have Jello boobs.
Chef Diane, thank you one more time for being here and bringing to us something we didn't know we needed.
See you guys next week.
Talk to you later, Chef Diane. He never, I want to say he never disappoints, but that's not right. He never not disappoints.
See, you and I think you need to mute him.
Oh, he needs to mute himself.
I see, I disagree. I think it is fun and informative and provides accessible cooking to the masses.
Fine. That's the thing that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our food for today.
It's actually really tasty, guys. I know we say that every week.
Shrimp taco. The amazing intro to Aperol. If you haven't been trying this, drinking this along the way, it's absolutely delicious.
Clearly, it's good.
We have a couple of things we want to announce. One of the things is we want to announce for next week's show.
Mm-hmm.
Next week's show, because we are in Montreal. If we are in Canada, if you are watching from somewhere else, and next weekend is.
Well, it depends what part of the country you're in. This weekend is either Victoria Day.
No, next weekend.
I thought it was this Monday.
No, it's next weekend.
Okay, we can have a debate about it. Someone on the internet.
Or not.
Or not. But either way, in honor of Queen Victoria for the rest of the country and Journée des Patriotes, if you're in Quebec, we will be doing
our Canadiana.
The first one.
Our first time we're ever doing our Canadian episodes. It's Canadians celebrating Canadian food, which means that, of course, we'll be making some kind of poutine.
Or a poutine derivative.
A poutine product.
A poutine derivative.
A product. If you like poutine,
tune in next week.
This will make your brain hurt. It's so good.
Nope, it is this weekend. Yep, this weekend.
All right. Thanks, Joseph.
I like it when I'm right.
I'm indifferent.
That's for you, Joy Rider.
And to go along with our poutine product, I'm going to be making what I consider the ultimate Canadian cocktail.
Caesar?
Not at all. Because I don't know how we got tied to clams. It's a weird thing. But I will be making what I'm calling the ultimate Canadian old-fashioned. That will be made not only with Canadian rye whiskey, but it will be made with bacon-infused Canadian rye whiskey. Before the show happens, I will show you how to infuse or to fat wash the bacon into your whiskey if you want to follow along, so you can have this beautiful bacony whiskey.
So we're doing pre-prep this week.
We're doing some pre-prep. So if you want to have the bacon whiskey, follow the video. It should be out on probably Monday or Tuesday. We'll show you how to to fat wash your whiskey with a little bit of bacon.
Listen,
and not only that, but it also will be an old fashioned made with sortilège, which is a maple whiskey. So you'll have the maple aspects, the sweet maple aspects,
the
from
bacon
sortilège.
aspect.
You'll have the bacon from the. It's going to be an incredible cocktail.
And yes, they do call it fat washing, but for the sake of our purposes, we could just call it bacon wash. We're making bacon washed whiskey. Right?
Well, technically the process is still called the fat wash.
Called the fat wash.
The fat wash, of course.
But if you're like, what's a fat wash?
The fat wash is to be able to wash, because if you haven't tried to do it before, you don't. You need to get the fat particulates out of the thing, so you don't get that greasy flavor, the greasy texture in your whiskey.
Gotcha.
This will get rid of that, and you'll just have this beautiful whiskey with a bacon flavor to it.
So this will mark officially the first of our canned how-to up on our YouTube channel. So once again, guys, if you want to follow us on YouTube, that would be awesome, because the more subscribers we have on YouTube, we can have an actual proper channel for us. So if you want to do us a solid, feel free to go to YouTube, Stir Crazy Show. Give us a little subscribe. Hit the bell if you want notifications.
You don't have a bell yet.
We don't have a bell. Oh, we'll have a bell.
We'll have a bell when we get enough people.
We want a bell, guys. Go and subscribe so I can have a bell.
Yeah, so go to our Facebook, subscribe, like the videos. Also, we have a couple other big announcements.
We do.
We're very happy about.
We do.
This has been so much fun to do. I love doing this show, talking to you guys, working with you, my love, making some foods. Eating cheese, making cocktails. But I do miss the world of burlesque.
We love you.
So, starting in June, we will be adding a second show to the Stir Crazy repertoire.
Called
Stir Crazy After Dark. This will be, there'll be no food in it.
Nope.
We're going to make
maybe a cocktail.
Cocktails. We'll do some cocktails. But what we know some of the most incredible burlesque performers in the world, internationally throughout the entire world. We also know some of the greatest general performers throughout the world. So what we want to do is bring you another once a week.
Maybe twice a month.
We're figuring the time.
Figuring it out.
But a 1 hour show that will be some of everybody's best numbers that they've performed around the world.
Canned performances.
So these will be performances they had done before quarantine. And we'll bring them to you. We'll introduce them. We'll show some cocktails to go along with it in a beautiful, sexy style. So it'll be a
curated burlesque show for you guys, from us guys, and a lot of our friends. We definitely would love, we're going to figure it out because we want you guys to be able to tip the artists. It's very important. A lot of our artistic community is suffering a lot right now.
So we want to get some
we want
money
to be able
them.
to help. So there's
and if
that.
you're an artist and you would like to be on the show,
we're going to post some stuff about it maybe tomorrow. By the end of the weekend, we will.
You'll have all the information. So basically, you're going to have twice a week. You're going to have 2 shows with our dumb faces.
Well,
you're my dumb face and your absolutely beautiful face.
No, it's a hooker face. Remember?
Maybe he was talking about me. Maybe he was talking. You don't assume that he was talking.
You know
to
what?
me.
It's possible he was asking me how much I paid for the hooker I was paying for.
I'd like to think that I'm the hooker.
Oh my God! You know what?
Can I be the hooker?
You can. At what time is it? 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I'd be the hooker.
5 minutes.
5 minutes of being the hooker.
No. In 5 minutes, you can be the hooker.
Son of a gun.
So we'll let you know about that because we really do miss our burlesque friends, and we'd like to share with you. I mean, I feel at least that we've created a really cool small community here for the moment, and everybody's groovy, and I'd love to be able to expose you to some of the.
I like the way you put that. That's very good. Very good.
To some of the very cool talent that we know a little bit éparpillé à travers le monde. And the cool thing about the internet is we can do that. We can bring together people from different time zones and different places in the world and kind of curate that stuff for you guys either weekly or bi-weekly. We're not entirely sure yet.
I think we honestly would have enough to do a weekly show.
I just don't want to interrupt these poor people's lives twice a week and be like, look at us again.
I think they need us.
I don't know. You guys be the judge. If you're like, it's enough, go away. Don't tell us.
It's a fair statement.
Don't really tell us. Just
no. But like I said, this is going to be the idea. So coming in June, the first one will be in June, and by the time we get to that, we'll have that all worked out.
We'll have more information for you very soon.
We also have some merch. Eventually, we're coming in with.
Yep, merch is coming. Thank you again to anybody who's bought from our wish list. Like, I am so old school that I don't even understand how, I get how it works, don't get me wrong, I get it, but the fact that people actually do this for other people is shocking and beautiful to me. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much to everybody.
Sylvie, Maureen, we've had a few messages through the grapevine that we're waiting on other stuff. So if you bought us something, thank you. If you haven't bought us something, we love you anyway. Just keep turning up. It gives us something to do, and I hope that it's good for you and that it makes you giggle.
At the worst, we're going to make some food. We're going to have a drink. We're going to have a laugh.
We're going to have a laugh. And yeah. And maybe you learn, every day is a school day. Today I learned the difference between prawns and shrimps. I mean, I didn't really. I'm going to go back and read about it again. Thank you, Misty Portugal.
We also want to make sure we thank our guests tonight.
Thank you, Ben Cardi Lee.
Ben Cardi Lee.
Chef Duyan.
Chef Duyan, who is always
He's a chef
on the show.
Our sexy woman eating food for 1 minute.
Sexy woman eating food for 1 minute.
Galadriel Caress.
We have three more minutes. It always says when we get down to those 3 minutes, it seems like this show goes by
super fast, but the last 4 minutes are like pulling teeth.
Take forever.
Well, they take 5.
They do take 5. If you want to get involved in the show, everything will be found on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel. Facebook is probably the best way. At the end,
Instagram, we've started. I'm trying really hard. I post once a week, and I get super excited for myself. So this week, look for 2 posts. Gonna do it. Mama's doing it. Yeah. So stay tuned. We have full credits. We have a full credit sequence. Also, guys, if you're a performer in the music domain, comedy, burlesque, dance,
Whatever.
theater,
You have something
anything,
you think would
or
work.
if you're not a performer but you have a performer spirit, and
You have an idea?
you have an idea, feel free to get in touch with us. Facebook is a great place to reach out. So is Instagram. We're open, and Dan and I were talking about it today. We'd like to keep this going, for a while, like after we go back to normal. So we're so open to content and collaborating with amazing, cool
We
people.
know some amazing people who are great performers, and there's a ton of great performers out there who we don't know yet.
Yes, also true. And if you're, if you happen to be tuning in from Australia or anywhere cool like that, give us a shout out. We'll shout you out. It's
Ladies and gentlemen,
globalism is important.
I'm the Divine Danny D.
I am Elle Diabloe, trying to teach you lessons at 1 minute to cut off time.
This has been Stir Crazy Sankaset. We'll see you next week.
We love you.